wow. Before I kind of break down the route and explain the behind the scenes and all of that, I have some thank yous I have to share. First off, I want to thank Montee McCormick and Matt Bowler. Both of them recommended this ride and it exceeded expectations. It was awesome. One of my favorite rides, favorite climbs. Thank you to both of you for that. Montee actually made a video about this climb already, so when you're done with this, go check that out. The other kind of thank you I want to mention is Craig Adams. He does hiking videos, and I kind of adopted his style for this video. The first half shows the hike, and then the second half talks about the route, where he stayed, how he got there. After you watch this video and Montee's video, if you enjoy the format, you should go check out Craig's videos also. I say Craig like I know him, Craig Adams. So Palomar Mountain, it's an hour and a half, 2 hours outside of San Diego. It's home to the Palomar Observatory, the Palomar Mountain State Park, a bunch of campgrounds, hiking. There's also a zip line called La Jolla Zip Lines, which I can't vouch for because I haven't been. If any of you have been, let me know if it's worth it because I might head back there. I'm not that far. It's about 2.5, 3 hours from LA. I live in Northeast LA. We left on a Friday, so it was 3 hours. Still not too bad. So if you're coming from out of town, you fly into LA or you fly into San Diego, super easy to get to Palomar Mountain. We arrived Friday afternoon and we stayed in a glamping resort, I guess, called Bailey's on Palomar. I definitely recommend it. I like camping. Val does not like camping, but it was my birthday, so she entertained me. I tried to soften the blow a little bit by making it glamping, which I'd never done before. Apparently it means that your tent has a shower and a toilet and running water. It was pretty awesome. It does cost about as much as a hotel does, so it's a little more expensive than camping normally is. This place, Bailey's on Palomar, is literally on top of Palomar Mountain. Did a little bit of hiking, spent some time under the stars. It was amazing. I'm sorry, these pictures do not do it justice. I'm not an astrophotographer. It makes sense why there's an observatory up there. That alone is worth it. If you're taking a spouse or a partner, they don't bike, this is a video. You can tempt them with views of the stars, the heavens. It's that was really cheesy, but seriously, it was awesome. Of course, the whole reason why I wanted to go there was to do this climb. Saturday morning, woke up, Val and the pup drove with me down to the base of the mountain. We went to this little taco shop that's kind of the unofficial start of the climb. It's called Gilberto's. I had their asada burrito. It was really good. I recommend it. Good fuel for the ride. I'm going to drop some Strava links to the route. There are 2 Strava links. One is the actual ride I did, and then the second one is just the route. The reason why there's 2 is because on the ride I did, it has a little extra elevation and a few more miles, because every time I ride by the camera, that means I had to put the camera down, I had to ride behind it, and then ride in front of it, and then return to the camera and grab it and go to the next spot. So it added another mile or 2 to my total ride. Oh, this is crazy. That's why you see the discrepancy between those 2 routes. But if you're curious about that literal route I took, that's in there. And if you want to use a route to do this yourself, that is also in there. Hopefully that makes sense. If you have questions, put them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. The route itself is split up into 3 parts. So the first part, you're riding from Gilberto's up to Oak Knoll Campground. This is on Highway 76. Because it's a highway, the shoulder is a little inconsistent. Sometimes there's a really wide shoulder. Sometimes the shoulder just doesn't exist. Luckily, it's not a super busy highway. Really not too bad. Just be safe, be alert while you're riding on there. The grade on this portion of the climb and the next portion is about 7%. And it doesn't fluctuate a lot. It's just a grind kind of all the way up, which if you're like me, that's awesome. I like the consistency. I like to just dig in. Once you hit Oak Knoll Campground, you kind of finish that first section of the climb. You turn left onto South Grade Road, and this is where the climb gets stupid beautiful. It's my favorite part of the climb. So it's these little switchbacks. Some people call this part of the climb the Alpe d'Huez of California. I've never been to Alpe d'Huez, but it's definitely on my bucket list. So I guess this will have to do for now, and it's magical. Every turn, going through these switchbacks, there's a bunch of tree cover, and then all of a sudden you'll pop out and there's a vista. And because it's a consistent climb, it just feels like you're going up almost this elevator further up. It's beautiful. I don't know what else to say. I'm not Words are not my thing. At the top of the climb, there's a little general store, so you can refill your water bottles, you can get a snack, and then the last little part of the climb is just the ride to the observatory. It's a couple more miles, but it goes by so quickly. Especially the first part goes down, 5% grade downhill, and then it pops up again, and you gain some more elevation, and I think it's only like 5% going up. So it feels super easy after the big climb you did. And then you arrive at the observatory and find out that it's closed. So that's a bummer. And there's no vista. When I rode to Mount Wilson, the observatory there outside of Los Angeles, there's definitely a vista. Like you can't go into the observatory, but you're on top of the mountain. You can look and you can see like everything. Here, not the case. There's no vistas, but honestly, like the climb itself is so amazing and you're soaking up the views on the climb. I was not disappointed at all. Love this climb. I mean, I'm a broken record. Said it a million times in this video. If you're curious about how I made this video, how I got some of the shots that I did, check out this other video where I talk about the camera I use. If you have questions, drop them in the comments, hit the like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Thanks. See you in the next one.